Hello, my collective community. I am your girl, Two Claps Oracle. And I want to say thank y'all. We've been rocking for 2 months now. So we have went through the mystical oracle cards in the month of February. And unfortunately, today is the last day of March. I do not believe reading from the same cards consistently because you have to get new energy. Most oracle readers don't know that, or they don't take it as serious. And let me tell y'all something. I do not read the tarot. I read the oracle. There is a very big difference. It's like the difference between voodoo and hoodoo, similar but not the same. The difference between Christianity and Islam, similar but not the same. So I just wanted to go ahead and let y'all know that. Okay, so say goodbye to our Earthcraft cards, but we're going to close out the month of March with this beautiful message. I need everybody out there who is finishing a job, finishing a relationship, finishing therapy, finishing a court case, finishing a DCFS case like myself. Whoop, whoop, my baby back. Okay, whoop, whoop, pull over the blessing too fat. Whoop, whoop. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the Florida in me. I'm sorry. Shout out to Trina, the baddest chick. Anyway, anybody that's on a season of finishing something, it could be your child is finishing a school, your child's finishing a sport, you're finishing a friendship. Let me tell you something. This is very vital before we go into April. Cut off everybody that came along with that old situation, okay? I'll give you an example. My daughter was in the Department of Children and Family Services custody in a foster care home for 1 year because I was incarcerated on felony assault with a deadly weapon. And we beat all of that. My baby's back home, but her foster parents wanted to remain emergency contact on her stuff at school. They wanted me to be able to call them. The answer is absolutely not. Because I had a dream and it seemed that they were going to be an issue on the backside, because you have a lot of people that will take in other people's kids for reasons that are not pure. And a lot of people don't like to lose. So what I'm telling you is this reading is just for you. This is the last reading for March. The month of March. We are moving past the Earthcraft cards, and I will introduce my new cards tomorrow. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's time for you to move past that old situation. You have to let all of the people go from the doors that's closed. See, what we do sometimes is this is what we mess up. You attract people because you have the same energy. So if you're in a situation, and let's say you're in a situation with one person and you meet a whole bunch of people in that realm because of that one person, cut them off. Because at the time, only way you can meet people connected to a situation is if all of y'all are vibrating the same way. If you're closing the door on the person or the people that initially got you in a situation, close it completely and block out everybody. There's no reason to bring energy with you if you're closing a door on a situation, especially if you're moving past a job, your child is moving past a school, you're moving past anything with the law. If you're moving past anything, heed my warning. Close the door. You need to start understanding that you're bringing energy with you if you don't cut off everybody in the situation. Understand, people will put in your life for a season and a reason. The season is over and the reason is resolved. Now let's get into this reading. Shout out to my Earthcraft Oracle readers. These cards are my first pair of Oracle cards. Believe it or not, when I started this roughly a year ago, okay? Let's get into your past card. Let's get into it, okay? So let me tell you what happened. In the past, whether your situation looks negative, like mine, when they took my baby and they locked me up without any weapons, any surveillance or any witnesses, I still had to have my baby be taken from me. And since my court case was not resolved, my daughter had to sit in the system for a year, but I kept fighting and now my baby is home, okay? But let me tell you something. That was your womb stage, okay? So your disaster or something that happened to you last year or something that you went through in the past, it was putting you in the birthing stage, okay? So what happens is God filled you up. He filled up your soul womb, not to be mistaken with your physical womb, ladies. He filled up your soul womb, or if this resonates with a guy, he filled up your soul scrotum, your soul seeds, okay? He filled that up and he allowed the spiritual blessing and everything to formulate in the womb in the past. It was growing. You thought that you were going through something because God hated you or people were trying to attack you, and God didn't hate you. God just needed to make sure that before he moves you where he's headed to move you to, you had to let go of people. My example, my family, old friends, old coaches, people that I don't even know were trying to rise against me and stop me from getting to my destiny. So what happened was, in my spiritual womb phase, God was preparing my blessing within my body. And when he was preparing my blessing within my soul body, he was letting me know through the 9 months that it takes to birth a baby in the physical realm, it would take roughly 9 to 12 months. In my case, it took 11 months and 3 weeks to birth God's spiritual life for me. So before I could bring forth, or before you could bring forth this new life and birth it into this manifested and birth it into this physical realm, God needed you to go through this season of learning, go through this season of developing, because you can't have a baby as soon as you get pregnant. See, God seen that the path of least resistance for you and your big blessings and the love of your life was coming in a certain time frame. So he put the seed in you like a man would put a seed in a woman at that time. But you can't birth the baby the next day. If you do it prematurely, the baby could die. If you do it prematurely, you can outright have a miscarriage. If you do it prematurely, it could cost you and the child's life. If you do it prematurely, you would have to go through what they call being in the incubator until your lungs and everything develops, and it would prolong your process. So what happens is now your past season of you having everything internally, everything inside of you, and you have learned the lessons, you have got the people away from you. You don't have to worry about anything bringing you back. You done told everybody what you're going through, so nobody can hold nothing over your head. You done identified all the people that tried to stop you. You done got the strength for all the lessons, and you know who not to take. You also know who not to take with you into the birthing process. Your manifestation season is here. So your past was about all of the things that came against you. It was getting you ready to give birth spiritually to your new life and your new blessings and your new assignment, but it was not time for it to physically manifest. So in month 1 of a woman getting pregnant, the blessing is already inside of you. If you do everything that you're supposed to do moving forward, you will manifest and physically birth the blessing of a child into the physical realm. So your past was all about you carrying around your new life and your new blessing, and you having to keep it inside of your soul, body, and your spirit until it was time to be birthed, because you had to make sure that when you go to the spiritual hospital to give birth to all this new abundance, nobody was going to harm you or hurt you. Let's get right into your present card. Once you manifest that, God is pulling you in a new direction. Some of you already feel you're being pulled in a new direction while you are in the season of contractions. See, these ain't Braxton Hicks no more. See, your Braxton Hicks season, this is, and this to all my women that had children, and brothers, you can listen and go ask your woman if she had a baby, she'll tell you what I'm talking about, okay? This Braxton Hicks era, right? That is when God was showing you previews of the blessings that was to come. See, they were the flashings of the blessings were the flashings of the Braxton Hicks, letting you know that something was coming. In the physical realm, those Braxton Hicks are letting you know, hey, this baby is getting ready to come. Okay, so the black Braxton Hicks contractions that you had in the physical, in the spiritual realm, you previewing the things that are to come to you, were getting you prepared for you to be pulled in a different direction. Myself and you, my sister and my brother, in your birthing process, you're getting pulled away from the last little bit of residue that's trying to hang on to you. I told y'all in a reading before, what was going to happen was you were going to meet people who were false light workers. They couldn't beat you and they couldn't destroy you. When they could have helped you, they didn't. But they sat back because they thought you weren't gonna win. And then you won, they're gonna hop out and be a false light worker, okay? And the false light worker is somebody that just wants to connect to you. So when God pulls you and shifts you to give birth to that new life, they want to come with you. Get somebody else to do it. You're not coming with me. So look right here. I'm gonna give you another analogy, okay? The water is breaking. Your present spiritual abundance and spiritual blessing season right now, the water is breaking. And if you look around, this is your last chance and your last warning from me, because the Earthcraft cards have to go. This is all about the physical realm and the earth realm, okay? This is not universal or metaphysical. This is all about the earth. Look around while you're going through these contractions and your water is breaking. If you look at one person or you hear one person's voice and somebody pops in your mind and you say, I'm not sure if I want them around, that's exactly who I'm talking about. Get them away from you before you manifest this new life, before you push and birth out this new abundance, this new season of your life. Get them out, because once you manifest all of the goodness that God's going to give you, because the birthings, the womb, the incubation, the preparing stage of you to give birth to your new life is over, and now we're about to actively go into spiritual labor. Get those people away from you, because if they get here and they're still in your energy when you have the child, you're going to have to go through a whole nother cycle of getting rid of those people. And remember, if you have people around you that's not supposed to be around you and your family, or you and your marriage, or you and your children, they are going to bring people with the same energy around them to you. Get out, have this baby, birth your new life. Why? Because let's get into this future card. Baby, you about to run with the wolves. What do I mean by running with the wolves? You done been through it. You can roam with the highest of the high. You're the new alpha dog in your realm. And alphas only attract alphas because two alphas are not going to beef and get into an issue because nobody want to see how far it goes. This is your season of abundance. And when you birth your abundance, that new business, that new spouse, this new money, that new home, and that new car, and you go around other people that already have it, you have to know how to blend in. You have to know not to bring no BS around. And want to know why? Because the soul tribe and the vibe tribe that you're headed to now, hear me. If you bring the wrong people around them and disrupt their spiritual peace and disrupt their harmony and disrupt their blessings, and they find out that you're the energy that's not supposed to be there because you snuck somebody into this realm that you weren't supposed to let go, they're going to get on your head in the spirit realm. And you do not want to know what it's like when everybody gangs up on you in the spirit and God says, now let me see what you got since you didn't listen to me. See, I don't lose spiritual battles because my thing was I had to become the turtle in the race. Once I slowed down and I could see what was going on around me, they couldn't defeat me. You send me something, I'm going to send it back. You throw hands with me, I'm going to throw hands with you back. You come up against me, I'm going to study the law like I did and get my baby in 11 months. When most people saying in my situation, they didn't get their children back until their charges were resolved. Or 3 years, you got me fucked up. Do y'all know my next court date after this last court date of me getting my daughter was not supposed to be until January of 2024? You better get somebody else to do it because the way my ancestors were stepping for me, the way y'all was stepping for me, the way my vibe tribe was stepping for me, the way my grandmother was stepping for me, and the way I was stepping with myself alongside God and letting him go before me, I whooped their ass and I had to bring my baby home. Now there won't be no more court dates. Get somebody else to do it. This is my warning to you because these cards have to go. We're going to be opening up something new tomorrow, okay? Your past and all the bad things you've been through was about you carrying your spiritual child. You had to learn all the lessons and let that spiritual child cook inside of you. You had to protect it. You had to learn how to protect yourself. You had to learn who messes with your peace. You had to learn who was trying to come against you. You had to learn who never had your best interest in your heart. And then you got rid of them. Why? Because today is the day that you're going to have those no more Braxton Hicks. Your water is breaking. Your water can be breaking for the next 2 months, but understand, these people that you left behind in this state, they were so busy worried about you that they are never going to be spiritually pregnant because they are in the wrong vibration. You have to be one with God for you to manifest your spiritual blessings in abundance, okay? That is a gift. Having a child is a gift. And some of y'all, pause, in the physical realm who are crappy mothers and fathers, you better do right by your child because a lot of y'all are getting a whole bunch of backlash from God because you are a sorry parent. Don't put no man before your child, girl. And you know who I'm talking to because I feel you in my spirit, even if I can't see your face. Everybody's right about you. Stop putting every man you meet before your mother effing child. Oh, God say, let me be quiet because he finna deal with you. Anyway, my sisters and my brothers, you are about to give birth to your new spiritual abundance and your new spiritual life. You are now in the water breaking season. And if you are a brother, just imagine yourself rushing your wife to the hospital because your baby is about to come. Spiritual abundance is here. The water comes before the child. So remove what no longer serves you because this is your last warning. Because now you're headed to the realm with people that are like you. There won't be pointless arguments. There won't be demonic people trying to get you and take you. See, let me tell you something. If the demons couldn't get you in the spiritual pregnancy stage, they knew it was over because you're already going to give birth. Your water already broke. That means new life, new spirituality, new blessings, and new everything that comes with God promises to you is already coming. And there's nothing they could do to stop you giving birth to your new life. Get ready to run with the upper echelon. Get ready to go to war with them if anybody comes against you. But my warning to you is, God, you have earned this realm. Once you get here, you better make sure you're not bringing nobody that's not supposed to be there with you. I love y'all. Hit my Cash App and thank y'all for the wish list gifts for my daughter. My wish list is in my bio. I take donations and I take wish list gifts. I do not take anything being sent directly to me, and I do not do one-on-ones. I only have one page that is Two Claps Oracle. If you see any other page with my face on it, you see any other page like Two Claps Oracle 1, that is not me. I do not do one-on-ones. So anybody soliciting you or answering messages about one-on-ones pretending to be me, I am verbally telling you that is a lie. All right, I will see y'all in April. Happy March. Enjoy this last day. And unfortunately, the Earth craft is no more. Love you all.